first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? Fielded just outside the goal line. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. And here comes Matthew Stafford leading the Rams offense out there. And just as he did last season when he captured his first and the Rams' second Super Bowl title. Now a first down throw. Stafford. And his first pass is incomplete. Well, these two teams, you may remember, battled in the NFC division round last year, and that game was also here at Raymond James Stadium. The Rams ran out to a 27-3 lead before the Bucs and Tom Brady, they rallied all the way back. But in the end, former Buck Matt Gay hit the game winner at the gun, and the Rams advanced 30-27. But it was a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. This defense for the Bucs, they were very solid last week in the victory over Baltimore.
There's a little bit of lightning talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. Jordan Berry out to punt on 4th down. And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. Oh, good move. That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. Tampa Bay's offense set to take the field. And, of course, at quarterback, 23-year veteran who's had a Hall of Fame career several times over, the great Tom Brady.
And they are in rhythm on offense because of him. I mean, right now he's got everything going the way he wants to, finding the receivers the way he wants to, looking over defenses. No interceptions is the number I lock in on. Before a touchdown pass isn't so bad either.
Yeah, what a game he had last week. And the defense closes quickly there. He'll get maybe a yard to the 33. You need your wide receivers as blockers. Sometimes they get over.
The big runs are often a result of what they do on the perimeter. In this case, got caught holding, and this one will come back.
A handoff to Fournette. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Holding offense.
An unfortunate time for the penalty there. That cancels out a positive play from this offense.
Well, not to sound too trite or too accepting, but you and I both know it happens. You got to accept it and move on. Yardage, you got to get back. Focus on the next play. Move on.
Now Leonard Fournette. And from the 15, they're able to work this up to the 20 for a pickup of a handful. The rushing numbers for Fournette from last week, 22 carries, 125 yards.
And the way they ran the ball in last week's game has to be satisfying to their entire staff because they're seeing not just a back gain big yardage, but they're seeing an offensive line really in sync.
throwing on 2nd and long. Brady, he completes it to Jones. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. So 3rd down, and defensively the Rams have added 2 extra DBs. Brady. Now a loose football. The ball comes out. And now the Rams have got it going the other way. And his guys are going to take over at the 30. From the 30. 1st and 10. A man who played his college ball in Tallahassee, here's Cam Akers. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Well, the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run. But the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when he's...
And now a fumble. The ball's out, and it's picked up by the Buccaneers. There he goes left side. Past the 20. And he returns it to the end zone. And fumble recovery touchdown. Oh, backbreaker. That'll drive the coach, the offensive coordinator, just crazy. You get it all the way down there in the red zone. Can't capitalize. Instead, they go the other way on the fumble return for a touchdown.
How about the aggressiveness of the defense, though? They're not about to just fall on a fumble, are they? Scoop and score is their motto, and they just did it.
Extra point put through by Succo, and that makes the score 7-0. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. And the Rams getting set to go now. Yeah, they dipped a game below 500 following the loss last week. And you get the sense that maybe this team's at a little bit of a crossroads here.
Yeah, I think that's a really good way to put it because what's that old malaprop? If you come to a fork in the road, take it. Because this crew, they're losing ground fast. They've got to start winning some ball games. And the good teams, they're starting to separate themselves, and these guys are being left behind.
On 2nd and 9, Stafford gets this into the hands of the tight end Higbee. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
He was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. Stafford. And that will be incomplete.
Well, based on what we've seen so far, I don't think you can even call this an off day anymore, partner, because this group we're watching, they are totally out of rhythm, trying to get their game plan up and running. That 0 on the scoreboard is glaring down at them with every incompletion.
The danger of a punt that good, a 16-yard return. And the Buccaneer offense will be set up well as they take over. Tampa Bay, they're getting ready to set up shop here for their 2nd drive. Just the one misstep for them in the first half of the season. 7-1 is the record at the midway point. And in terms of whatever power rankings you want to go by, they're at or near the top of the list in terms of best teams in the National Football League.
And for me, in my little bit of rankings here, I've got them at the top. I know there's still 2 months to go, and we've seen teams get off to hot starts and then fade away due to injuries or the schedule or whatever. But unless there are a rash of injuries on this team, I'd be surprised if they are a 1st or a 2nd seed come playoff time.
First catch for him. It's good for a dozen and a 1st down.
Nice play call, a little bit of play action right there. If you can get those linebackers to freeze for just a split second, that's usually all the room you need in order to get it to your tight end.
They'll run with Fournette. And some space here. And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to 17. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a 1st down again. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Into the red zone, it's Brady. Incomplete, right side, the tight end Rudolph. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. 2nd and 5. To throw, it's Brady. This complete to Jones. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Here's Brady. And he fires one, but incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
Succop's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So a touchdown on their opening drive and 3 more here to add to their first quarter lead.
Yeah, everything's going according to plan so far because the offense has moved the ball, defense able to do their job, and here the special teams unit comes through with their contribution. A field goal to make it 10-zip.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. And the LA offense ready for this next possession. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. They'll begin on the ground with Akers. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
He'll get about 3 to the 20. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, they did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Now Jordan Berry on to kick this one away. And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. And he'll take it just outside the 40. A nice punt, but a good run back as well, 13 yards. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. On 1st and 10, here's Brady. And this one caught by Cameron Brate. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. The score after 1 on EA Sports. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Brady. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Troy Hill picks it, and the Rams are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. After the interception, here's Stafford. They'll set up the screen here to Akers, and they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
Nice job by the defense figuring that play out and holding it to a short game, but I don't think the offense is going to be daunted. They actually accomplished their goal there. Now they've got them aware that they can throw a screen at them, maybe to slow the pass rush down a little bit, and they can throw it downfield.
Looking to throw again on second down. Stafford, open man right side is Kupp, complete. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. Stafford to his #1 guy, Kupp, for a Los Angeles first. That's the #2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be #2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be #1.
Escaping the pressure right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Different pass rushes are designed for different things. Sometimes you want to keep the quarterback in the pocket. Sometimes you want him to flush. I don't know exactly how this one was designed, but they made sure they moved him to his right. He got out of the pocket. Unfortunately for him, he was hit as he tried to throw the ball, and that resulted in an incompletion.
And the hook up here to Allen Robinson. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 19. A new set of downs after a strong pickup of 16 yards.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's Stafford. Middle of the field to Jefferson. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
My next teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
They'll run here with Akers. Showed off the footwork, but still corralled shy of the 5 at the 6. Now we're going to get a timeout. Appears we've got an injured Buccaneer. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. Again, it'll be Akers. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Cam Akers, his first rushing touchdown on the year. And the Rams have got it back to within a score. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. And no return here for White. It'll be a touchback. So here are the Bucs to take over on offense. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. That's to about the 28. 2nd down coming up.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Fakes the give to Fournette. Now Brady. And Rudolph has it, the tight end. Only able to gain a couple there. And now 3rd down and 6 to go.
A I'm wondering if the same thing went through your mind as mine. When I see a big man like that make a catch, all I keep thinking to myself is, big man with football. Look out, everyone. He may not juke you a whole lot, right? He may not run past you because of his size. You're talking about a guy weighing in the 270 range. But, boy, once he gets his mitts on the ball, he's going to be tough to bring down.
Yeah, not much happening there. He's taken down. A late penalty flag in the backfield. Now, this looks like a roughing call.
Well, that's not one you see very often on Aaron Donald, because we know he's not trying to do anything intentional, but that time, just a little too late for the officials' liking.
A bad time for a roughing penalty, and they get the gift of a 1st and 10. A shotgun give to Fournette, and he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up. The Buccaneers at 7-1 now on the year, and they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
And they're going to move it down inside the 25.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he was able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a 1st down.
3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. They'll try the right side here with Fournette. And he'll get about 5 here as he'll take this down inside the 20-yard line.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Fournette once more on 2nd down. Oh, Fournette loses it. It's out. And now the Rams have got it. Going the other way. And a little careless there, Charles, on that carry.
And it's not just having 2 hands on the ball. It's tucking it away. It's using your body to keep people shielded off. It's so many different things into taking care of it and having ball security. In that case, though, we didn't see it happen.
Stafford and the Rams come up 1st and 10 from back at their own 10-yard line. He starts with a give to Akers, and he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. From the gun, here's Stafford. That's out to the flat for Akers. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
Well, they'll use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
2 minutes remaining in the 1st half. 10-7, our score. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. He and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
Yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Back to throw, Stafford. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because any completions on 1st and 2nd down, now got to worry a little bit about the clock because people really want to give him another shot here in the 1st half. If you don't pick up the 1st down, guess what? You're not going to have to.
On 3rd down, here's a run by Akers. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Here's Jordan Berry now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. This will be fielded at the 17. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Week 9 here in the National Football League. We'll have 9 weeks to go after this. We got a couple of good matchups in prime time to wrap up the first half of the season. Tonight, Tennessee and KC in the AFC. And then tomorrow night, an interconference matchup. Baltimore and New Orleans from the Superdome. And this one caught downfield by Evans. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. And this gain of 21 yards. On first down, Brady. Out route, he finds his man. It's Jones. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last two plays. And we are keeping a close eye on his catches. A really close eye now because that's number 899 in his career. The next one will give him 900. They'll swing this out to Fournette. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 12 more yards there and another first down.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. As long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Fournette, a first down carry. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
That's a nice run to get himself back on the horse after his fumble. Nothing spectacular, but a good confidence-building run.
2nd down, back to Fournette. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Brady going to try and throw on 3rd down. Open man is Godwin. It's complete. And in for the Buccaneers touchdown. Chris Godwin, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bucs will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. And this drive, Charles, very well timed as they score with very little time remaining in this first half.
And I'm reminded that they get the second half kickoff as well, so they can break this one wide open before the other guys have a chance to possess the football.
Extra point try now for Succop. It's good to make it 17-7. That time a 6-play drive. And it's Chris Godwin who finishes things off with a touchdown reception. Now it's Ryan Succop on after the touchdown to kick it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. Well, the Rams about to go on offense one final time in this first half. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit. On 1st and 10, Stafford. Akers back-to-back catches. And he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. Working with 2nd and 5 now. Now it's Stafford. This one brought in by Jefferson. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. And folks, this is a 67-yard attempt. And now the kick short, but this is a live football picked up in the end zone. He's past the 30. Past midfield, look out. No whistles, he's still going. And he's going to score. Touchdown. No time remaining. But this is going to count. Well, we, of course, saw this a little while back in an Alabama-Auburn game at the college level. You just don't expect to see this though in the NFL.
No, not at all. And what you're also seeing are NFL teams being more aggressive about, hey, if you're going to miss the field goal, you got a guy back there. We've got a chance to bring it back and create better field position, or in this case, get a score. They're going to do that nowadays.
Succop for the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you a stone's throw away across I-4 to Orlando. There standing by is Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
Okay, all right, Brandon. Thank you very much. Hi again, everyone. Let's get you caught up with what's going on around the NFL as we are officially into the second half of...
Past the halfway point of the season and now past the halfway point of this game. We skip halftime and get right back to the action. Set to begin the third quarter. All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The Bucs with the lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Out come the Buccaneers. They'll have it first to start in the third quarter. And despite the turnovers, Charles, and they had multiple in that first half, they still have the lead as they begin this third quarter.
And they probably heard some conflicting tones at the half, don't you think? A lot of praise for what they did to get this lead, but also a little bit of scolding because they got to take better care of the football in the second half. But you and I both know the great leaders, they know how to give that little bit of vinegar in there and cover it with a big dose of honey.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Now Brady on the bootleg. And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
On second down, here's Fournette. And he's fortunate to get anything from that, given the yard up to the 49.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Throwing is Brady on third down. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. So no problems moving the ball in the first half, but they'll likely come up empty here on drive 1 of quarter 3.
And it was so important for the defense to get that stop because what we witnessed in the first half was them getting run over. And they needed the confidence, and they needed to get off the field so they felt good going forward in this game.
And they will get to this one and down it at the 13-yard line. Out come the Rams. They'll have it first here to begin the third quarter. Stafford and the Rams come up first and 10 at their own 13. Off the fake to Akers. Here's Stafford. That'll be caught by Kupp. And that's good for a gain of 6, and that'll make it second down. They'll fake the give. Now Stafford. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Robinson. And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds. A couple of vets. Stafford to Robinson there. First down, Rams.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. They'll fake it. Now Stafford. He'll get this to Akers out of the backfield. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down, L.A. Stafford going to give this to Akers. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 43 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down. Going right back to Akers. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to lead him to the 3rd of about 5.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Stafford. Complete. Jefferson the target. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. Now Stafford. That'll be caught. It's Kupp. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. A good pickup there. 26 yards.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
They'll run on first down with Akers. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Cam Akers, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Rams are able to cut into that deficit. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead down to 10, 24-14. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he's going to get this across the 20 as he's out of bounds at the 23. Now the Buccaneer offense gets set to take over. This now a 10-point game, so things tightening a little bit after that last score. They begin with a run by Fournette. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and no more. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. He's already fumbled once in this game, and I thought the ball started to jostle there a little bit, but they got to him quickly at the line of scrimmage.
It sure did, and remember, if you're not a very confident runner and you've already dropped it once.
And the Rams got him. They bring him down. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long.
Like how they've started the third quarter here. They force a punt on the first drive, and after this sack, it looks like they'll be forcing another one as well.
Absolutely. Maybe got their second win coming out of the locker room. The sack backs him up, 3rd and long. Tough challenge for Brady and the Bucs. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up. Here comes the Buccaneers punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. Now Stafford. Out route to Jefferson, and he's got it. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. 39 yards the distance covered on the catch and run. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. A give up the middle to Akers. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. The 71 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
They'll try and run. This is Williams. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
This is a critical sequence here for this offense. Things really haven't gone their way so far. This could be their chance to get back into it, but they've got to find a way to punch this ball in.
They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they start it right around the rim. They'll look to run with Akers. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. Back now in Tampa. It's the Rams trailing, but they do have the football as we start the 4th and final quarter. And Gay knocks this one through, and this is back down to a 7-point game. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So out come the Bucs now. Their lead back down to 1 score after the field goal a moment ago, so they'll be looking to string together a few first downs, likely on the ground as they begin 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
1st down, Tampa Bay there, a gain of 13.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Fournette on the counter. And he is going to lose yardage here. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd and 12, Brady. And Brady, the tight end's got it. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. chance on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Now Brady. Over the middle here to Rudolph. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 20-yard line. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward.
And that certainly appears to be a critical conversion right there, because not only do they keep the drive going, they take valuable time off the clock as well. They have to feel really good about that last completion.
And he is out of bounds, looks like right at the 15. To a first down screen pass, good for 5.
The key to any screen play is all in the deception, and that means everyone on the offensive side of the ball. But someone gave it up because that one wasn't very well concealed. And the defense able to rally to him and hold him for just a short game.
And he was able to shed 1 tackle but could not get away from there. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on third down?
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive. And once again, they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
And he'll be out of bounds. 61 yards on the ground for Fournette. It's a first down. Well, that is a running back who was not about to go down easily. He fought his way through the contact until the seas opened up for him.
Yeah, and this is most definitely the guy you want running the football when you need the tough yards on third down. And he moves the chains and then some as he shakes off that first contact. And as they said in the 70s, he just keeps right on trucking.
And the next-gen stats shows us the tale of how much yardage he was able to pick up after the initial contact. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. White is into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Well, that's certainly going to bump up the old win probability index because now it's a 2-score game here in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, you're taking me into that deep water now. Win probability index. This game's definitely not over. We're not looking at a 0.5% or something. It's just 2 scores. But the way that this team is playing, to me, what I've seen, they absolutely deserve to win this game. They've been the better team by a factor.
Now it's Ryan Succop on after the touchdown to kick it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he returns this to the 22. The offense for Los Angeles returns to the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Here's Stafford. And he's got this to Jefferson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down.
Good yardage on the completion there. And when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done. As quickly as possible.
Second down at 6 now from the 42. Here's Stafford. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Someone thought he had nothing more beyond the first down marker to his receiver. They just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
Now on third down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first. Now Stafford. It's complete to Robinson. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Desperation time for Stafford on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. No luck for the Rams as they fail here on 4th down. And the Buccaneers defense holds, and they get the football back. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They'll try and run some clock with Fournette. And he loses the football a second time. But it looks like a Buccaneer was able to corral it. Yes, the Bucs have it. Tampa Bay keeps the possession.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. The throw on 2nd down by Brady is incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Meanwhile, the throw by Brady knocked away, incomplete. Here comes the Buccaneers punter now, as he's on here to punt it away. And they'll let this one go right on the outskirts of the 10. They'll down it at the 11-yard line. So Matthew Stafford in the offense. Down by 2 touchdowns. 2:09 to play. They'll have one play, maybe 2, before the 2-minute warning as they've got a 1st down. Now a 1st down throw. Stafford throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
On 2nd and 10, Stafford, his throw incomplete.
But so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They forced incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. On 3rd and 10, that brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Sean Murphy-Bunting. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. Inside handoff down to Fournette. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Again, it's Fournette. And he is going to lose yardage here. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Second and long, but you got to figure this almost certainly another run. Up the gut, Fournette. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The Rams calling on their nickel set here defensively for 3rd down. Here's a give to Fournette. And he is going to be stopped at the 12, short of the 1st down. They'll get 6 there on the run, but it brings up 4th down. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
They'll go with a big bank Fournette, and he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. Leonard Fournette stops short of the marker on 4th down. And the Rams are going to take possession of the turnover on downs. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. At this stage, this drive's got to be touchdown or bust because you need 2 of them.
And if I'm the offensive play caller, I'm not just looking at my dagger plays downfield. I'm looking at some of my specials, something that can fool them and give you a big play now.
With a sense of urgency.
No doubt.
Pass complete to Robinson. And quickly another 1st down, but tackled inbounds. And they're going to speed things up here. That's into the hands of Akers, complete. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. So time has run out on what will be a Tampa Bay victory. And a little bit of a surprise, they lose the turnover battle, but wind up winning the ball game.
And this is very unusual because you know all teams stress winning the turnover battle as a key indicator to winning ball games. So when you get something that goes against the grain like the one we saw here, it's quite the oddity. Now let's face it, they'll be very happy that they pulled this off. But they do know that in the future, they've got work on taking care of the football because this won't happen very often.
So for the Bucs, they're setting themselves up as a major contender as they move to 8-1 now on the year. And they'll get to stay home again next week as the Seattle Seahawks come to town. Meanwhile, for the Rams, they fall 2 games under 500 now at 3-5. And they'll try to rebound next week as they head to Glendale to